Hello everybody, we are going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the 2018 Creepy Towering Clown. Let's get into it. Alright, so I pulled the camera in a little closer so you guys can kind of see everything tucked inside the box here. So first thing we have is we'll pull out all of his leg foam here. Shove that to the side. That's his leg foam. We have his back kind of spine pole there. That's pretty cool. Next, we could pull out his arms here. I think I can squeeze them out. So we have both of his arms there, left and right. Might be able to pull it as an adapter here. So we have his adapter. It's just a regular 6-volt 2-amp adapter. We're gonna slide out his shoes. They're just regular SVI shoes. Come put together just like that. Next, we can pull out his shoulder frame here, part N there. That's what it looks like. Pull out his like hip metal frame here. That part kind of protects the mechanism from getting caught in the clothes, but that's part M. Things kind of falling over inside. We'll pull out his head here. Oh, his head is so cool. So because this is the 2018, they use a different kind of, I believe it's still latex, but it's like a harder latex. So the face isn't so deformed, but his face is really awesome. I really like the detail on it. He just looks so cool. He's such a classic animatronic. All right, so that was his head there. We have his chest plate here, part O. We got two sets of these like long bent poles there. Those are labeled D and E. We got these two just regular poles there. Those are both labeled B. Then we have these smaller bent poles there, and those guys are labeled G and H there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out his mechanism here. That is its whole mechanism. It's not too big, but not too small. It's part L there. It does have a pretty big motor on the bottom compared to some of the newer animatronics where they have the smaller motors, but that's pretty cool. We got the volume control, the on off, and a triming mode. We have the triming port, speaker jack, and then the AC adapter port there. That is his mechanism itself. Two parts left in the box. We obviously have his base here. Set that off to the side. And we also have his instructions and clothing in there. His neck ruffle is also in there. So that is all the parts that should be with your 2018 Creepy Towering Clown. Alright, so let's start the setup. So the first part is we're going to grab those two B poles, and we are just going to slide those into place, just like so. They should snap right into place there, just like that. Then we can go ahead and grab his shoes, part C, and those will just slide right over top there, like that. Then we can go ahead and grab our D and E poles. Here and here, just like that. All right, so now we have our G and H poles, and those guys just both snap lock into place like so, just like that. Then we can go ahead and grab our leg foams here. They are labeled, but they're all the same length, so it doesn't really matter. If you want to put them on the way that they're letter coordinated, you obviously could if you'd like. Now we can actually go ahead and slide the clothing over. All right, so now I have the clothing kind of slid down my arm here. Just makes it so much easier to try to put it on. Now the cuffs are really tight on the bottom of his pant legs here, so I do find it a little irritating to try to slide it over, but I do get it eventually. And we'll go ahead and slide the other pant leg over, and then we can actually start on the torso. Alright, so now we have his mechanism completely locked in. Now, as you guys can see, his legs were already pretty tall, but now that we have his torso put in, he is massive. He is completely 7 feet tall, which is super awesome for, you know, the animatronics that were releasing back in 2017. This guy, like I said earlier, is an original 2018 model though. Alright, so now that we have his mechanism on there, we can actually slide in his shoulder frame there. So there's two little slots in the top of his mechanism here, and those just kind of slide into place. I think that one might be in place. Yeah, that one's in place. So now we have that on, we can actually go ahead and grab his plastic chest frame. Alright, so we have the plastic chest frame here, and that just locks into place right there with the little fork hook. Now it does kind of swing a little bit, but I think that's just for when he's moving around. The chest kind of moves, makes it look a little cooler. I also like the fact that they put detail on the chest, even though you can't really see it through the clothing. I still like the attention to detail. I almost forgot to attach his hip loop here. That can just get slid over top of everything here. I think I can move it around. There we go. And there's two little spots here for the hip loop to slot into, and now that is in place. Now we can go ahead and pull up the clothing. Alright, so now we have his clothing all pulled up. We can go ahead and grab the head and attach that on the top there. I just kind of want to bring the head up close again here. I love the detail on it and just how creepy he looks and how deep his eyes are set. And I mean, I'm just so happy that I was able to purchase this. I love this animatronic so much. I can't wait to show it in my theme this year. I'm doing a really big circus theme for my main theme in my haunt, and I think it's going to be awesome. This guy's going to be kind of the entrance clown that people see first, and I think he's going to fit perfectly with that. Alright, so I haven't turned around here. Now, I don't know if you guys can really see that up there. It's kind of hard to see, but we have some wires that we do need to connect. We have a black and red wire that are coming from his head. And those two just get put in place just like that, and we can go ahead and spin him back around. Now we can see my ceiling is 7 feet tall, maybe just a little bit taller than that, and he is almost hitting my ceiling. You know, there's a couple inches of room there, but still, he is massive. Now that we have the clothing pulled up, I'm actually going to go ahead and put his spine piece on there. So there's just a little spot in the back of his shoulder frame here, and there's just a little fork hook connector that it gets slotted into. I can get it in place there. There we go. And that just kind of gives him a little bit of a hunchback, so it doesn't look like his back's just completely flat. Now that we have that done, we can actually go ahead and attach the hands and arms. Alright, so they just get slid up the sleeves here, and there's also a fork hook connector that they slide into just like that, and then the sleeves just get pulled up to the hands there. And then I'm going to go ahead, grab the second one here, just to kind of unbend it there, and slide it up the sleeve, and connect this one as well. Alright, so we're almost complete his setup here. We just have to attach his power adapter here. I do really like when Spirithalloween gives their animatronic adapters a really good amount of length here, because then you can really place them anywhere, and I just really like that. We have his adapter on now. Let's go ahead and attach his neck ruffle. Alright, so there is 3 pieces of Velcro on his neck here and 3 pieces of Velcro on the neck ruffle, and we can go ahead and attach that. And also on the bottom of the neck ruffle here, there is some Velcro to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't fall forward. Then we can also go ahead and tie it to his head just like that. And that is the Creepy Tyrant Clown from Spirithalloween 2018. Now that we have them all set up, let's do a quick overview and then we'll do a demo. Alright, so now that we basically are all done the setup, and before we do the demo, like I just said, let's do a quick overview of some things I like and don't like about him. To be honest, there's not much that I don't like about him. I really love how tall he is. Now, most of you guys know Creepy Tyrant Clown was kind of what started the big, tall, 7-foot kind of idea for most of these animatronics. Then we went up to the 12-foot, coming in from the 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot. But, I mean, I just love this animatronic so much. I love that he towers over me. Now, I'm 6 foot tall, and, his hands right now basically cut my head. I just really love this animatronic. I think he's so cool. The box art is awesome. I also have his story on here. Now, a long time ago in 2018, they did paper stories. I had made a video on that in my YouTube channel here, and it basically just gives you a quick backstory on the animatronic, and I really wish that Spirit brings those back. But I mean, I love the blood and everything on him, but besides that, let's get to the demo.
I'm starting a new schedule again. I'll be the head for one of two. And the head, there's a foot to go any parcel to. I'm looking for someone to play hide and seek with. You go hide and I'll surprise you. Not running.
That was the 2018 Creepy Tyrant Clown unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll get some more long form videos out here soon. I really appreciate you guys watching the end, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.